welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Woman Revealed, and this channel is about rebranding yourself from the inside out, slowly, lovingly, and with intention. But here's what I know about you. If you're watching, you're overwhelmed, but maybe you know who you want to be, but you don't know where to start. Maybe you've rebranded your identity, your relationships are stronger, but your days still feel chaotic. You still feel anxious. You're burnt out, disconnected from yourself, and you're wondering, is this all there is? If you haven't watched the first two videos on foundations of self and identity and relationships and connections, please go back, watch them now. They're your foundation. But today we're building the daily practice that actually makes the internal changes stick. Because here's the truth. Wellness isn't a destination. It's the rhythm that holds everything together. Today, we're walking about wellness and daily living, the small rituals, boundaries, and choices that transforms how life feels. And I'm going to show you how I went from anxious, rushed morning to actually feeling grounded, not perfect, just grounded. This isn't a lecture. It's a guided journey, and you're the hero of this story, not me. I'm just your spiritual guide and compass for the next 15 minutes. We're going to get active together. When I pause, you'll have a task. You can do it right now or you can save it for later. It's up to you. If you can, have your phone ready to write down your quick notes or your quick answers. You can grab a piece of paper. If you have a journal, you can grab your journal. One more thing. I want you to take one deep breath with me. I want you to breathe in through your nose for 4 and out through your mouth for 4. Okay? Let's go. In, 1, 2, 3, 4. Out through your mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's get into it. My story. There was a time when my mornings felt like a fast-forwarded movie. Have you ever felt that way? Or have you ever watched a movie and hit the fast-forward button and it just speeds through and it makes that little... Well, that's how I felt. Where the day happens to you instead of with you. I would wake up already in panic mode. My mind was racing. My chest was tight. The day hadn't even started, and I was already anxious, already behind, and I was starting every single morning from a place of fear and rushing. And one day I just thought, this absolutely can't be the start of each day. This just can't be it. This can't be how I'm showing up for my life. That's when something shifted. I didn't overhaul my entire routine. I didn't join a retreat or buy expensive things. I did something small but radical. I started my day differently. I woke up 15 minutes earlier. That's it. I made a cup of coffee, sat down for just 1 minute, and I did a daily devotion and a prayer, and I wrote in my journal before the house got busy. Just 1 minute of spiritual grounding before the chaos arrived. Nothing dramatic happened overnight, but something shifted internally. And over time, those small moments became my anchor for peace. They became my reminder I was worth a peaceful start. They became the proof that I could calm my nervous system. They became the proof that I could calm my nervous system before anxiety got to define my day. The lesson: your morning doesn't have to be elaborate to be effective. Consistency beats perfection, and peace is a practice, not a personality. So this is our first task, okay? So right now, we're going to start your rebrand. This is where your rebrand is going to start. I want you to think about one small thing you can do differently tomorrow morning. Just one. It could be waking up 10 minutes earlier. It could be prayer, journaling, affirmations, a cup of tea with intention. Whatever calls to you. Now write this down. Tomorrow morning, I will start journaling. So write down whatever you chose, whatever is calling for you, but keep it simple. One sentence, one small thing. That's your beginning. If you took the time to write one small thing, you already changed your tomorrow. And I applaud you for that. One step, you took the first step. And that's powerful. That's where resilience began, with one decision. We're here to support you. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Now, here's where most people get stuck. They think wellness means balance, equal attention to everything every single day. Work, family, health, spirituality, rest, all in a perfect harmony all the time. What a trap that is. I spent years chasing that fantasy myself. And you know what? It made me feel like a failure every single day. I was never doing enough of anything. But then I learned something that changed everything. The principle of seasons. Look outside right now. We're in the fall. The leaves change. The colors shift. The temperature drops. The world moves at a different pace. You don't expect spring flowers in winter. You don't expect summer heat in fall. Nature honors seasons. It shifts. It changes. And that's how growth happens. Life works exactly the same way. There's a time for growth when you're building, pushing, creating, and learning. And there's a time for rest when you're recovering, integrating, being still. There's a time for reset when things need to change, when you're clearing what no longer serves you. There's a time to create when inspiration is high and your work matters. And there's a time to grieve when you need to process loss, disappointment, or change. When I stopped measuring myself against an impossible standard of balance and started asking, what does this season need from me? Everything shifted. Less shame, more peace, more power. And the Bible tells us this in Ecclesiastes. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. So let's get into our next task. Identify your season. So here's your moment. Which season are you in right now? Are you in a season of growth, building something new, pushing hard? Are you in a season of rest? Your body is asking you to pause. Are you in a season of reset? Things need to shift. Are you in a season of create? Ideas are flowing and you're making something? Or are you in a season of grief, processing something deep? Write one honest sentence. This season needs me to rest. Whatever your season is, you write it in. This season needs me to blank. You fill in the blank. Be honest with yourself. There's no wrong answer, only awareness. And awareness is where change begins. Okay, here's something I had to unlearn. I thought self-care required money. How many of y'all thought self-care just requires money? If I don't have money, I can't do self-care. Massages, retreats, expensive face masks, spa days. They're beautiful, absolutely beautiful, and I love them when I can get them. But they're not accessible to everyone, and they're not sustainable for daily wellness. The most powerful acts of care I've discovered are completely free. Free 99. Come on, y'all. I love a free 99. And here's what they all have in common. They're all about permission. Permission to say no without guilt. Permission to take a 10-minute walk when you're overwhelmed, not because you earned it, but because you deserve it. Permission to close your laptop at 5 p.m. and actually stop working, because we can close it, but for some reason we find a way to still continue to work. We need permission to name one thing you did well today instead of obsessing over what you didn't. Permission to rest without productivity attached. Permission to choose your own pace instead of someone else's. These acts don't cost money. They cost intention. So you have to be intentional about the things that you want. They cost self-respect. And when you practice them consistently, they accumulate into something powerful, resilience. And here's what I want you to know. You have to give yourself permission first. Nobody else can do that for you. not your boss, not your family, not me. You are the spiritual guide for your own life. So you have to allow God to guide you so that you can be where you need to be for your life. So now we're going to go on to task 3, and let's make this real right now. I want you to find 3 facts. I want you to find 3 free acts of self-care in your environment right this second. Let's make this real right now. I want you to find 3 free acts of self-care in your environment right this second. Look around. What do you see? An open window, a fresh air, a pen of paper, something to write on, a comfy chair or pillow, a corner where you can stretch, your own breath, a cup of water. You have 90 seconds. Pause this video if you need to and look around. If you're driving in a place where you can't look around, that's okay. Just think of 3 free forms of care you can access today. Go. Now I want you to write this down. Today I can access blank, blank, blank. And those are your tools. You fill in the blanks. Whatever you found when you were looking around, you fill in the blank. Those are your resources. Small wins compound into big resilience. So continue to write those down and stick to them. You know what I learned? Protecting peace isn't glamorous. It's practical. For me, it means being intentional about what I let into my mind and my body, what I consume. I curate my social media feed. I limit toxic news. I choose who I spend time with more carefully. I protect my attention because attention is energy. My routines, I have a phone curfew at night. At lunch, I do a 2-minute boundary check. Am I honoring my energy right now? Do I need to say no? And when work ends, I have a small ritual that says today is done. And I also say, thank you, God, for allowing me to be done. Now I rest. My word, when my energy is spent, I say no, not with anger or resentment, but with clarity. I can't show up well for that right now, and I respect myself too much to pretend. Here's what I want you to understand. Boundaries aren't walls that keep people out. Boundaries are maps showing others and yourself where you actually are. They're not selfish, they're spiritual. They're how you honor yourself and the people around you. So I want you to practice your no. And I want you to practice it with clarity. This is our task number 4. Right now, I want you to pick one tiny habit you'll commit to for the next 24 hours. Just 24 hours, not forever, just tomorrow. It could be no phones for 30 minutes after dinner. It could be a 5-minute breathing break at 3 p.m., leaving one meeting early to stretch, saying no to one thing, closing your laptop at 5. I want you to write it down in one line. For the next 24 hours, I will blank. Fill in the blank. That's your boundary experiment. That's your practice. So you just take the time to write it down. Think about it and write it down because you have to commit to it for 24 hours. You just made a commitment to yourself. That's leadership. That's the rebrand happening in real time. I want to say something. I think you need to hear this. I used to glorify tiredness. I wore exhaustion like it was a trophy. Like my burnout proved my dedication, my worth, my commitment. The more tired I was, the more I mattered, right? That's what I was thinking. Wrong. Burnout stole my clarity. It stole my joy, and it made me irritable with the people I love. It made my decisions worse. And it made me less creative, less present, less human. And then I learned something that shifted my entire approach to life. Rest isn't the opposite of productivity. Rest is the engine that powers it. When you rest well, truly rest, not just collapse in bed because you're super exhausted, you make better decisions. You create better work. You show up as a kinder, more grounded human. You have the emotional capacity to love deeply and lead powerfully. So if you're wearing tired like it means something, it's time you trade that in for something more useful, because that's not it. Energy stewardship. We talk about being good stewards of our time, our money, but what about your energy? What about your life force itself? That's the question that matters. That's where the real rebrand happens. Your energy. So now we're going to take an energy pledge. This is our 5th task. And I want you to do this in just 1 minute. Write this down. This week, I will protect my energy by fill in the blank. What are you going to do to protect your energy? You only need 1 sentence. Something real, something doable. Maybe it's you'll take a 20-minute walk on a Wednesday and leave your phone inside. Maybe it's I'll mute all notifications between 8 p.m. and 8 a.m. Maybe it's I'll say no to one commitment that doesn't serve me. Write it now. I want you to make it real because you see it, right? When you see it, you can believe it. Write it down and let's take steps. You just gave yourself a future gift. If you wrote it down, you gave yourself a future gift. You just stepped into the power to choose how your energy flows. That's not small. That's everything. That is everything. And I applaud you for doing that for yourself. And in our closing challenge, as we continue rebranding from the inside out, I want you to remember something. Wellness isn't a destination you arrive at. It's a rhythm you practice. Here's your challenge. As you leave this video, pick one small experiment from today and commit to it tomorrow morning. Just one. It could be the mini morning reset. It could be the 24-hour peace habit. It could be your energy pledge. Just pick one. Keep it gentle. Keep it tiny. Baby steps. We're going to do this rebrand. We're going to do it with intention. And I want you to give yourself permission to just start small. If it helps, in the description, I've added all the tasks so you can screenshot them, save them, or come back to them. You'll also find links to the first 2 videos, the videos that I spoke about in the beginning of this video. So you can just revisit them, the foundations, whenever you need that grounding. And here's my ask of you. If this video met you where you are today, if something landed, if you felt even a little less alone, if you feel even slightly more grounded, please like this video, subscribe so you don't miss the next episode where we build on these daily practices and share real transformations, and share this with someone who needs permission to rest, to say no, to rebrand their daily life. Share with a friend who's burnt out and overwhelmed. Your rebrand isn't just for you. It ripples. It changes the energy in your home, your workplace, and your relationships. And if you don't journal, get you a journal and start journaling. And I want you to go and honor your energy this week. You are worth a peaceful life. You are worth the small rituals. You are worth the boundary. You are worth it. And I'll see you in the next one.
She's revealed. She's